Hi, I'm PGA golf professional Jimmy Hanlin, and we're here at the Hanlin Golf Schools at beautiful Stonewater Golf Club just outside of Cleveland, Ohio. I get many great opportunities to help people with their golf swings. I'm a very fortunate person. First of all, I have a show called Tee It Up Ohio where we travel all over this great state of Ohio, get to see great venues, and we get to help people and do golf tips while we're doing it. And I also host a radio show on ESPN Cleveland here in Cleveland, Ohio, where we take phone calls and we fix golf swings every week. I also host a show, a live call-in show called The Golf Zone with Jimmy Hanlin on Sports Time Ohio. And I simply sit behind a desk, take phone calls on different things all about golf, mostly about people's golf swings that we try to fix every single week. This week, instead of telling you about my philosophy of the golf swing, I figured this was a great opportunity for me to show you shots. You have players from 0 handicaps to 36 handicaps, so I have an opportunity to show you some different shots that I think can help your golf game. I hope you enjoy. Okay, here it is. Short-sighted myself, bad lie. The flop shot. I know I'm crazy for showing you this shot. Everybody else tells you don't hit it. You're not good enough to hit it. I know you're gonna hit it, so I might as well show it to you, okay? It's fun to hit, let's face it, it's a fun shot to hit. You're out there, you're gonna try it, so instead of fighting it, I'm just gonna show you how to hit it. If you do the fundamental things properly to hit the flop shot, it becomes a much safer and much easier shot. Problem is I see everybody out there and they just, they don't do it right. And when you're set up improperly and you're not ready to hit the shot from the beginning, you're never gonna hit it good. So I'm gonna show you a few things right now that make this flop shot a lot easier and a lot safer since, again, I know you're gonna hit it. First things first, when you set up to the golf ball here, okay, we don't really wanna come into this flop shot super steep because that gives us the chance of hitting the golf ball first and shooting it into the hazard over there, and we know we don't want to do that. So when you set up, I want you to get a nice low base. Keep those knees bent and keep them flexed the whole time because I want you to come into this shot shallow and underneath the golf ball. I have a pretty good lie here. Now again, you can't hit this flop shot if you have a bad lie. You have to assess your lie. I have a pretty good lie here. It's not too high where I'm going to slide underneath it, but it's not so far down in the grass that I can't hit it, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up, I'm going to get a nice low base. Secondly, what I want to see you do is I want you to set up with your hands. Normally hitting a pitch shot, I'm going to have your hands a little bit ahead of the golf ball. I want you to set up with your hands maybe even a little bit behind the golf ball here, believe it or not, or about even with the golf ball. We're going to move that ball position up in your stance just a tad. I don't want it up here off your left foot, just ahead of center just a little bit. Open your shoulders a little bit, lean the shaft back. Now here's the thing that maybe I do a little differently than a lot of people, but let me tell you, Tiger's got about 12 grips around the green. I'm going to teach you a different grip. I'm going to tell you to grip the golf club differently than you do normally. I want you to go ahead and take your back hand, so if you're right-handed, your right hand, and I want you to turn it over a little bit. I want you to make your right hand weaker in the shot. So now, if you panic at the last second, which we all do a lot of times, you're not going to be able to flip that club over as fast and square it up and hit it far. If your right hand's over and you go ahead and release it, see that club head still stays open. Because the key to this is I still want you to release this shot. I want you to release it and throw this club right underneath the golf ball, okay? So again, let's go through it all real quickly. We're gonna have ball a little bit head of center, all right? We're gonna set up nice and low. Keep those knees flexed throughout this whole golf shot. I'm gonna lean this shaft back a little bit. I'm gonna change my grip a little bit. Now from here, I just want you to feel like you're going ahead and releasing that golf club and sliding it right underneath that golf ball. Don't hold on. I don't want to see any of this. I want to see you release it and slide it underneath that golf ball, okay? A lot like this. Have to be aggressive. With that, you can't square it up. If your grip's a little weak, your hands are behind, you can go ahead and swing at it, release it. It's a simpler shot that way, folks. It's that easy. You can hit it. I know you can. You're going to hit it, so let's just do it right. Okay, here's another perfect opportunity for me right now to show you a shot that's going to improve your scoring without even changing your golf swing. As you can see right now, I have a horrible lie in the rough. I mean, the ball's sitting down and I'm in trouble, okay? About 180 yards from the flag. First thing I see, and the most important thing out of this thing is before you even start your backswing, before you even take your shot, it's a decision that you make right here. The decision you make at what shot am I going to hit? Okay, I'm 180 yards. This ball's way down in the rough right now. I have a 6-iron and I have a 9-iron. I could take this 6-iron right now. See you later. no chance I can hit that 6-iron out of that rough. There's a better chance I'll duff it in the bunker or hit it in the hazard over there, because who knows how this ball is going to come out. I'm going to take my medicine, I'm going to advance the ball down the fairway, but I still have to hit a good shot because it's sitting so deep in this rough right here. Okay, first things first, what we have to do is we don't want this rough to affect us. It needs to affect us as least as possible. So what happens is I need to keep the least amount of grass that I can keep out from between my club and the golf ball as I'm going down through the golf ball, because this is the stuff right here that's going to cause my club to go one way or the other and hit a crazy shot. So how do I do that? I don't want to have a shallow golf swing that's going to come in and a lot of grass is going to be taken as I'm going to the golf ball. I need my golf swing to be more in a V-like fashion. This and this, up and down. So then I can get this club to the golf ball in a way that there won't be as much grass between it, okay? And I can advance it down the fairway and it won't affect it. Okay, how do I do that? Okay, I told you all about the shot. Now how can I do that? First things first is I want you to stand a little taller to the golf ball. I want you to stand a little closer to the golf ball. So if I get you to stand a little taller and a little closer, that golf swing is going to move more up and down, but if I was farther away, it's going to move more around me, which that rough's going to affect. So I want you to stand a little taller. I want you to move that ball just a little bit back in your stance. So again, now as that club's coming down, I'm going to catch that golf ball on the downswing first without getting the rough in between it. So a little closer, ball a little back in your stance, stand a little taller for me, okay? And feel that club working a little more up and down instead of so much around, because we got to keep this rough out of the golf shot. Punch it out into the fairway. I took my medicine, okay? I hit it in a rough. I caught a terrible lie. I took my medicine, but I also took double bogey out of play. If you do that, you're going to make a lot more pars and a lot less double bogeys. Okay, if I get 200 to 300 emails and calls on all my shows every week, what happens? What do they all want to know? Like I said, 200, 120 of them want to know how to hit it farther. How can I hit the golf ball farther? So you know what? I'm going to show you some things right now that'll help you hit the golf ball farther. First things first, what I see out of probably 80% of the players that are struggling with distance is they don't get wound up behind the golf ball. But they tell me, they say, Jimmy, look, I'm turning, watch me, look, I'm turning, look, that club's to the top, it's almost parallel, you know, everything's good. But if you look at me right now, my buttons on my golf shirt haven't moved. My arms have raised. I've lifted my arms up to get the golf club behind me, but I haven't turned. Sir Nick Faldo gave me the greatest tip that I've ever had when I was in college, is move the buttons. If you can see the buttons on your golf shirt move, see that? The buttons on your golf shirt move. Now I'm turning behind the golf ball. Now I'm moving and I'm winding up, and I'm going to be able to use my big muscles and create distance. So watch my buttons. Turn the buttons behind the golf ball. Don't lift the arms. If I can turn those buttons, now I'm a little resistance in the lower body, and I'm getting the buttons behind it, and I've coiled up. The other thing you can think of, if you can't think of your buttons, is the logo. I know most of you have logos on your golf shirt. Make sure that logo moves. If that logo moves, again, this is where we're in good shape. But I'm going to give you another quick tip that's going to help you make a better golf swing once you get turned behind it, okay? Once you get turned behind this golf ball, what I see a lot of people do is, see the logo moved, I moved the logo. Bad thing is though, I see that logo start the downswing and move forward, and that gets you in trouble right there. If the logo goes ahead of the golf ball, you're in trouble right out of the gate. So what I want you to feel is buttons and logo turned behind the golf ball, and those hands and arms starting to fall a little bit before this logo moves forward. If I can let these things fall a little bit before I feel this move forward, then I'll create a little bit of lag. I'll be able to swing it down the target line, and I won't come over the top and hit that dreaded slice that everybody hates, okay? So again, move the buttons back, move the buttons through. Set up to it. It's that simple, folks. If you turn the buttons or turn the logo, you're going to create a lot more torque, and you're going to hit the golf ball a ton farther. Okay, Golf Channel fans, that's just a few little golf swing tips and shots that I think can help your golf game, whether you're a scratch player or a high handicapper. Again, thanks for taking the time to watch.